Hey all, Chris Bassett here, and I've got a solo strategy for the arms dealer Nightfall. I'll be playing on my hunter. Let's get into it. I really like the Night Stalker subclass for survivability when playing difficult content. Mobius Quiver is your most damaging super. I like the Marksman's Dodge, that way you can dodge and reload. Triple Jump is really good for PvE activities. Smoke Bomb to weaken enemies, and then Vortex Grenade is a definite need on this one. Not only will the Vortex Grenade weaken champions, but we're also going to use it to cheese the boss. And then I'm running Stylish Executioner and Vanishing Step. Echo of Remnants, so your grenades last longer. Echo of Undermining, so they can weaken enemies. The last two are just for a stat bonus. Since we're going to be focusing on 100% discipline, I'm going to try to boost my mobility and recovery back up. That way I max out my stats. So yeah, it's pretty important to have your discipline as high as it'll go. For the boss cheese, we're basically going to stand underneath the platform that he's on and throw grenades at him until he's dead. So the champions we're looking to deal with are barrier champions and unstoppable champions, which mean we have 4 weapons to choose from: scout rifle, bowstring, hand cannon, and pulse rifle. It's also solar burn, so look to mix and match weapons to take advantage of that. The servant leader is definitely my top tier scout rifle for this Nightfall. It drops from Gambit, and you can get it with a frenzy roll, which gives you a 15% weapon damage boost. I'm also running a sleeper simulant because I don't have Gallahorn and it's solar damage. I'd definitely slot in a heavy ammo finder, so whatever weapon you're using, whether it's linear fusion, rocket launcher, heavy weapon drops are going to be tough to find. And then since it is solar burn, make sure you mod in a solar resist into your chest armor. Let's go ahead and fire up the 1580 Nightfall. I'm going to set the playback speed to 2x. So right here there's 2 champions, one barrier, one overload. You're looking to toss a grenade at them to draw their attention, and then if you can get the overload to kind of follow you, chase you, pull out your either hand cannon or pulse rifle to stun him, and then you can go ahead and take advantage of that stun state, deal some heavy damage, and then use a finisher on him when he's about 10%. The critical spots are either the head or the backpack. There are a couple void shields, so your grenade helps take those shields down. Also, if you have a weapon with adaptive munitions, that can be very helpful for taking down shields. As long as you're being careful and taking cover, the barrier champion's not too difficult. The slug thrower, his machine gun, is solar, so it can be pretty dangerous if you get caught out in the open. With both champions down, we can progress to the next area. Go ahead and unlock the door, and then you'll want to focus the thresher. So use your heavy weapon if possible, and go ahead and knock it down. So back here in this corner is going to be your safest bet. Enemies will push up, but they won't actually chase you. So if you do feel like you're overwhelmed, just fall back. You want to watch out for the snipers that are in the back, and then grenades. After you kill so many ads, another wave of ads will spawn in. So look for the thresher to kind of drop them off, and if you want to place a well-thrown grenade into the middle of them, that'll take care of most of them. You will have an unstoppable champion spawn in, so just stun him and take him down. If you're running out of heavy ammo, just remember that the unstoppables actually won't regenerate health, so you can keep shooting them over and over, and then just stunning them with your weapon of choice, whether it's your hand cannon or your pulse rifle, and just take cover, and you can kind of get to play a dance with them behind cover between stunning and shooting them. So I will say your best bet for weapon choices for this are going to be your long range. Let's go over a few options that I like. The BXR Battler is a great pulse rifle. It's solar and it drops from Dares of Eternity. Something I didn't realize until recently is that you can actually put a mod on your scout rifle or pulse rifle to make it full auto. So that's really cool. So here the champ finally spawned in after a couple waves. So we're just going to stun him with the hand cannon shot and then proceed to blow him up with a couple heavy shots. Gallahorn is definitely a top tier pick for a heavy weapon. I don't have that, so that's why I'm going with Sleeper. Whisper of the Worm, Thousand Voices, or even Two-Tailed Fox would be good heavy weapon options. Ascendancy makes a great solar rocket launcher as a legendary version. and then that frees up your exotic slot so you can use weapons like Sunshot or Tiku's Divination. Alright, all the ads dead, now we can proceed to the next area. Pick up the flaming orb, but drop it before you get here. That way it'll spawn in just the champion. Now there's a little head glitch to the right, so you can just hide behind this cover and then repeatedly shoot the champ in the head. He may jump around or move, but you should be able to finish him from back here. And then when he's dead, go ahead and run back and pick up the ball again, and then bring it all the way to this area. That way you can get the extra ads to spawn in. I think there's a few snipers, and then there's some dogs, or meat puppets, or whatever they are, but then you'll be able to kill them from here. So yeah, the dogs aren't much of a problem, but the snipers are. So be mindful, those shots would tear you up pretty good. There's 2 of them, so try to take them both out before you expose yourself to the open. Make sure to take out the Thresher, a couple of heavy shots, or you can take your scout rifle and slowly pick away at him. When everything's dead but the champ, we're going to run around the side of the map and take advantage of a long distance gunfight from here. So drop the ball, and then you're just going to want to shoot him in the head. He won't really shoot back at this range, but be mindful of the timer on the ball. You can see that the gray line is slowly creeping around the outside image in a clockwise fashion. If it times out, you'll have to go re-get the ball again. So if you just kind of pick it up before it times out, it'll reset the timer. And then once the champ is dead, you can go dunk the ball. So pick it up and then slam it into that center item, and then be mindful that there's going to be ads that spawn out of this door. So if you have a grenade ready, awesome, chuck it at that door. It'll pre-kill the ads, make a little less work for you. Now there's one champion up there. I think he's unstoppable, so you'll just have to poke at him, do a little poke damage. If you can stun him, great. And then you can go ahead and hit him with your heavy. Aim for the head or that canister on the back to do the most damage. Also, feel free to use your super. I could have used my super probably a lot more during this and help speed up the run. You only really need to save it for maybe the tank, which is coming up shortly, and the final boss is the only time you really want to put something down real quick. There's a couple ads in this room, not much to be concerned with. Headshots and grenades, deal with them quick and then move along. Hopefully you get a heavy ammo drop, because that definitely helps. Like I said before, having the ammo finder mod for your helmet is great, as well as the scavenger for your leg armor. That way you get more shots per brick. So in this next area, you can skip most of this. You just need to kill the champion. So head all the way over to the left over here, and then hop up between this ledge and this gap. Keep heading back, and then you can jump behind this box. I'd head glitch this little ledge here, and if you position yourself just right, you'll be able to shoot him, but he won't be able to shoot you. So you can see I basically just take him down with my primary just by shooting him in the head and then just head glitching him, so I can hit him, but he can't hit me. So once he's dead, you can leave this area. However, if you are looking for points, continue to kill the rest of the ads to get your total score higher. For example, if you're trying to get that 100K, better kill everything. So this first tank on the ground is pretty easy to deal with. If you chuck a grenade at him, he'll take some burn damage. What you're looking to aim for is the critical spots. It basically has like 4 wheels, and each one of those is a critical. So you can throw a couple rockets, linear fusion shots, even your super at it to kill it pretty quick. Do be mindful, he's got like a cannon shot that is solar, and it'll kill you with 1 hit. So kind of dip in and out of cover. It tracks you until it fires. So as long as you don't stand in the exact same... I missed those arrows. As long as you don't stand in the exact same spot, you'll be all right. And then obviously having more solar resist into your armor, it'll give you extra damage mitigation. So you're just kind of looking to methodically kill ads while taking the least amount of damage. The tank, like I said, isn't too terrible to deal with. Once you get him taken care of, there are a few void-shielded enemies, which can be a problem unless you hit him with a grenade or have adaptive munitions or some sort of void weapon. I mean, if you had a weapon with osmosis, then you could take advantage of your void subclass by turning your weapon into a void-damaged weapon. So, when you finally get rid of all the ads, there are 2 champions up on that ledge up there. One is an unstoppable, and one is a barrier champion. If you shoot the unstoppable, he'll come chase you and come down at you, but the barrier champion will stay up there and take cover. So unless you continuously pop their bubble and stun them, they will regain health. So it's either best to kind of focus one down and use heavy items or heavy weapons to kill it quickly. If not, it'll take quite a while for you to slowly chew away his health with just your primary weapon. So here comes the Unstoppable. Just pull back if he's pushing forward too aggressively, and once you get so far away, he'll turn and run away. You can stun him with your Unstoppable weapon, and then continue to pick at his health. You can use the AI pathing to your advantage by getting him to kind of chase you a little while and then run away at certain locations. You can play this game of like teetering in between cover and not. And so, yeah, the Unstoppables aren't really too bad to deal with. Also, if you have the Lucent Finisher on your class item, performing a finishing move, you'll gain heavy ammo drops. So whenever possible, it's best to take cover. You can hop behind these tanks, use them as cover as you move forward, move towards the other champion. And then you can head glitch the ledge for an unfair advantage. So I'm going to speed this part up a little bit. I go up here, grab a heavy ammo brick, and then I proceed to fall back to deal with the two champions at range. And then once they're dead, you need to activate both consoles to get the second tank to spawn in to progress to the next area. So your first console is right here, and then the second console is up over to the right, and as soon as you hit that one, the tank will lower from a platform. So I'm going to speed this up. It's just 5 minutes of me shooting a primary weapon at a guy's face. Once they die, you can head glitch right here. Like I said, if you get to the right positioning, you'll be able to shoot them, but they won't be able to shoot you because they got tiny heads and gigantic bodies with guns. And then once they're down, we'll go ahead and proceed up the ramp and then trigger the second computer. I would definitely fall back as the tank drops. That way you could put some distance because there's not only the tank, there's some ads, and then quite a few, and then 3 champions, I believe. So we'll fall back and we'll let them come to us. So I'm going to kill the tank real quick. I supered and then shot the wheels. Boom, dead. And then the champions will all be over there. So now another extremely long time of watching me shoot guys at a distance, and they'll take cover, but you can still hit their critical spots, whether that's their backpack or their face. So fast forward, finally meleeed the last champion, picked up some bricks, and now we can deal with the 2 shielded enemies over there, so they're void shields. Grenade pops the shield, and then you have a yellow health bar enemy to deal with. So kill him, and then the doors will open up, and there'll be a group of dogs that come through the doors. You can just chuck a grenade at them, and that'll deal with them. So go ahead and proceed to the next area. Just follow the path. You'll get to a computer console. You need to let your ghost hack it. Wait for the door to open up, and the boss will be standing up on a ship or an anchor. I don't know what it is. But you shoot him in the head to get him to move along. There he is. Now, if you hop up to the right, this is generally empty. If you do die and respawn, there will be a champion up there, so be careful. So here's your first overload. You can stun him and then kill him with heavy weapons, regular fire. If you do pull back, he won't chase you all the way, but he'll chase you into that corridor quite a ways. Watch out for these turrets. They shoot solar damage, and they can be pretty deadly. Other than that, you're just kind of keeping your distance, picking guys off. There is a champion down below with that solar chain gun, so watch out for him. And then there's more of those turrets on the next bridge, so carefully pick those off. Don't stay out in the open for too long. Take cover, use head glitches. Pretty simple strategy, same strategy we've been using the entire Nightfall. If you do position yourself well, you can use the lip of the lower level as a head glitch so that you can hit the champion, as I'm doing now, but he won't be able to hit me. So I'm just taking cover behind that center pillar and then the lip of the lower level. And with that head glitch, like I said, I can see his face, put some bullets into it, and then he can't get me. But if you do get out of position, it will punish you, and he kills you like in half a second. So just be mindful of that chain gun is deadly. Also, this last room, don't use any heavy ammo. You want to save the heavy ammo for the boss so you can try to burst him down as much as possible. So you'll want your super ready to go and with as much heavy ammo as you can get. And then we're going to cheese him. So when everything's dead, slowly climb this chain. I actually fell twice and killed myself twice. So slowly climb the chain. When you get to the top, make sure you have double jumps because I used all my double jumps up so that when I fell down, I had nothing to stop me. So I double jumped to safety. That'll actually get the boss to spawn in early. Click the console to activate the bridge, and then you kill these few ads with a grenade, and then take cover behind these boxes. So we're going to try to put as much damage on the boss as possible. Now that he's out, pop in and out, and I'm getting extra damage on him. Watch out for that sniper. It'll one-shot you, so it's solar. So, cranking out some damage. Gonna super the boss, and then try to take his health down as much as possible. When you get to this point, fall back here to the right. Enemies won't push up on you. The only thing you'll really have to worry about is the Thresher. So there's a Thresher with solar damaged rockets. So if you'd saved one or two heavy ammunition, you take that down pretty quick. If not, the longer it's alive, the harder it is to kill. If you don't get enough damage on the boss, he'll jump up to this platform, and you'll have to do some headshots to get him to put the bubble up. Here's a cheeky spot for shooting the ads as they pile up behind this wall. There's a little hole you can shoot through and do some damage to them there. I'm going to super the ads, kill them off, and then once they're all dead, then you're free to basically cheese the boss. So you run over to the boss, he's got the bubble up, and then you're going to take your vortex grenade, and this is why discipline at 100 was so important. Chuck it at this spot exactly, and it will slowly burn the boss. Now, I fast forward through a lot of that because it actually took me 20 minutes of throwing grenades for him to die. So yeah, there you go, Nightfall soloed. Hey, check out this other video right here. There's links in the description to save cash, so check those out. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. If this was helpful, hit the like button. Thanks.